Now we've been blessed with an absolute awesome day here, but my hair is just not liking it because we've got this lovely northwest wind and it's drying out our paddocks. And hopefully we can get that drill going, a little bit before we thought, because I've finally got this machine and Dad over there is getting the tractor filled up. So this is what I'm going to be doing for the afternoon, finally testing this machine out and getting it into the ground to get our oat country ready, because the oats need to go in first, then the wheat, then the barley. Well, it's enough talking about it, let's get into it, eh? I am way in over my head here. I think I'm just going to jam her in gear and give it a go. So I'm just out of the cab, obviously just looking at the level of the machine. Should just go down at the front a little bit, and I think that should be good. I think it's doing a good job! Check this disc out in there. Hopefully you guys can see it. Notice how it's not moving? One, two, miss a few. Oh. Ah, there we go. Just a stone gets in between. Just a stone gets in between the frame and the disc. Uh-oh, here comes the boss. You got to lift up around corners, don't you?
Yeah, on the back wheels.
Yeah.
Otherwise you'll slide that thing
lot of iron in that thing.
Yeah, sure is. Nice and handsome.
Yeah.
They put all the weight on the rollers, not on the screws.
Well, it's not a dead duck in the water, but it's just too wet to use this machine. If we were drier, those packers on the back would complement what we're trying to do, but because it's too wet, the discs are slicing everything up and doing a real nice job and throwing the soil. The front discs are throwing the soil into the back discs, but then the packer's just pushing it back down again. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to grab one of our other pieces of equipment. Oh, the spacer goes on top.
On top.
Yeah. It seems to keep working well for me. Just like everything else that goes in the ground, you gotta make sure it sits in there level, right? You're seeing how deep this tine's going. It's really hard to tell how deep this tine's going when the ground is so undulating and you're getting clods like this show up. Well, it looks good, but really just tempted to quickly move the hydraulic pin back one hole just to drop it in that little bit extra. Alright, let's test this bad boy out. She is going deep, but that's good. That's what we want. That's about right. I'm quite happy with that. This thing is just doing it. You just can't beat a grubber. It's doing an amazing job. jumped out of the cab obviously. Now I'm just checking to see the difference between the job of the speed disc and the job of the old grubber. Now just mind my shadow, but you see here, this is what the speed discs are done, and this is what the grubber's doing. Just leaving it up, somewhat crumbling up these clods and then leaving them in a row. It's opening the soil up, so it's allowing that northwest to get in there. Now that's what we want to do. So I've got this paddock, that paddock and that paddock to do, and I want to get them done tonight. It's currently 3 o'clock, so let's stop talking about it and get into it. Behind the mountains now. This grubber is just doing an amazing job of flattening the paddock off. But why am I doing this job, right? Well, it's because we want to get the oats spread on by a urea truck or a fert truck, and then we'll work them in and they'll start growing like wildfire. So I'm not really out here for the purpose of aeration, but I'm out here just to make it a flat surface for whoever we choose to do our fert spreading or oat spreading. Well guys, it's been a busy couple of days, but the goals for the rest of the week are to simply get these oat paddocks worked, then seeded, and then onto the wheat ground. We'll hopefully get the wheels turning on that as well, because we're meant to have a lot of winds come through, and hopefully they can dry our soil out and really get us moving, because we are past the 11th hour. There's no joke about it, we are past the 11th hour. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one.